guys can hear me after all that. Let me just see if I can get rid of some of these silly things. Is anybody out there? I hope you are. It was taking me a bit and a bit to get some of this done. I tell ya. So, how is everybody doing? I'm a little bit. I'm here, I'm here. I'm a little bit flustered, but I'm here, I'm here. My goodness. So, here I am. I hope you haven't given up on me as yet. I saw so many of you coming in, and I just could not get it together to do anything about it. So let me just find myself, and we can get started. Oh my goodness. So I'm just kind of waving myself around here because I hope I am here and running. I think so. I think so. I've just got to close a couple of windows here and figure out what I'm doing. Isn't that awful? I feel sometimes I'm so unorganized. I'm going to have to write steps down because I just can't ever get it together to do it right. So, hi everybody. I hope that there's a few of you here that were patiently waiting. Thank you, Chris. Oh, there, I found myself again. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Chris. Ah! Yes, thank you. The sound's okay. I kept my sound on my laptop just to make sure. But, oh my goodness, that was a bit of a trial and error going there. Every time I thought I had it all set up, YouTube was telling me that I had to go into vertical position with my camera, but that's not good because then you don't really get to see too much anything. Gets a little close. It's a little bit close right now because I was clipping and unclipping from my stand up there. But what was I saying? Okay, what I was saying before I found out that I had no sound. I'm gonna have a mess on my desk, a few brooches and things. Was I want to continue with the just fill in the frames in this background here. Now that the rest of it's kind of dried, I don't want to run into it. And while I was waiting to do this week, I decided on the color of the bow and the tablecloth, and just picking up a hint of blue from our fella over here. And then I decided to add that sky blue in with this olive green. And she's now got some sky blue bows in here. So I'm going to continue a little bit here with some of the food. I'm going to get out my gold Kuretake and paint the background while we're here today. And chat. So how is everybody doing? Oh, I have my lemonade. That's what I was saying. I have my lemonade here. Let me just take a little slurp. Oh, that reminds me. I was also talking about my arms. And not to be too alarmed about what's going on with that, but I was in the raspberry bushes yesterday and this morning cleaning them out, getting all the old canes out, and that's a bit of a chore, but now that it's done, but I do get a little bit of reaction from them. Yesterday it was so hot I had as 3/4 length sleeves on, and couldn't take it because my raspberry bushes are kind of enclosed between one large dividing bush between my lawn and my garden, and then there's a fence on the other side. And that way is south, according to my raspberry bushes. So this gets the sun like almost all day into my garden area here. And the raspberries love it, but I swear it's 20 degrees hotter just in that section of the garden. And yes, yesterday I was cooking. Well, hey there, View. Hey, hey, girl. Oh, I got a parcel out today. When are you going on your little trip? Anyways, when do you actually leave? I thought that's what you were doing last week, and then I saw on your video that you had the fam around. So I just want to darken also her little frill here. That was some of this paint. I'm going to take a little bit of that purple. Less than 80 days. Woohoo! Yeah, that's something to look forward to, that's for sure. Talking about something to look forward to, I decided to treat myself, and I'm going to go to Nova Scotia at the end of September. I think it's the 24th to the 28th. And I'm going to be participating in an artist's watercolor retreat. We're going to be staying in a bunch of little cottages, and they'll be feeding us, and they'll be giving us all sorts of art supplies to paint the Nova Scotia landscapes, plein air, and yeah, it'll be a great experience, I think. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I treated myself to that. And then we'll see what else I get up to later on. You know, when the winter's getting me down a little bit, see if there's a hot place to escape to for a bit. Oh, what I also did on here is a little bit of my gem Kuretake Ganzai in the green and the purple. I've got them right here. Just a little bit. And that's the gold. That's the gold that I used for this gold here, which I will be matching with that. But these are really nice. Oh, yes. Okay. In about a week on his cruise. I've been told if you want to meet people, that's where you go, is go on a cruise. So let's get those frames done. I'm gonna use some of this. We'll add some of this kind of bluey green in here. Make somewhat of a brown. Bluish gray. Like that. Start over here. Yeah. Just, I don't want the frames to really be the highlight. There, take that white out a bit. And this frame, I imagine, is carved, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that darkness in what I perceive to be the deepest part of the carving bit. For now, that'll dry, and I'll come back with another color. Oh, I also have to do the gold in here for the bird stand, and I'm going to do, oh, she's got hair there I have to do. And I'm going to do the pearls using my opal colors. Let me see if I can get them out. These ones I think will look really nice for her pearls. Oh, I see you got a little bit of some yellow in there. And they're probably going to be in the, maybe in the pink, maybe some of the blues too, just the strands of pearls. There are pearls that color. That's my son. He's got the TV on downstairs. Might not be there right now. He might be just running it so I have some views. He's supposed to be going out to the yard too, so he's got some things. He's a very helpful to his mom. He was just asking me if I wanted to go out for Mother's Day dinner next week. And I said, well, sure. Don't know, though, about getting some reservations right now. That might be tough. That might be tough. So I just want to make sure I got her hair in here behind this set of pearls. There we go. That's better. I'll probably use pencils in there to make that a little more defined. And we'll get back to our frames. See, I get distracted and jump to something else. This one too, a little bit. I'm just gonna put that in there. Hint of that there. No, this is a dark cat, so I think I'm going to take this and just give him a little bit of a darkness. Try not to catch his eye, which is right there in the middle. Give him a different, he almost looks like a mouse, but he's a cat. He really is a cat. Which color should this cat be? I think he's going to be a dark cat too. There we go. Alrighty. Well, hi, Ambient. Nice to see that you could come. Ah, he is still watching. Okay. Chris got you. Got view. Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. Hope not. If I have, please forgive me. I got you, Ivy. Yeah, I see you there. So hey. Hope everybody's having a good day. And I hope that you're taking some time for yourselves to relax. That's what I've been doing. I guess I was talking about my raspberries. Did I get straight off? So I got all the canes, all the old canes cut back, and now I've got to tip them a little bit, because I don't need to be picking raspberries that are 7 feet in the air. I tell you, some of the canes out there are tall. They do want to bend over a bit, but they're tall. So I'm going to tip them, and that won't hurt them. They just won't grow so tall, and it'll make them grow out sideways more with more fruit. So anybody out there have a raspberry bush they need to tend every spring and fall? We enjoy them fresh. Lately, I haven't gotten around. I don't know why I'm picking up that color. Lately, I haven't gotten around to doing a lot of jams. Actually, I want that color for. No, I don't want that. Sorry, guys. Thinking about what I want and trailing off. Anyways, we do enjoy them fresh, and I put them up frozen so we can pull out some at any time we want to put on ice cream. What I do is I tend to freeze my raspberries on a tray first, like in little singles, so that they don't go in the bags like a big clump, and then all the raspberries are juicy and all the juice comes out right away. I try and put them on a cookie sheet in a single level, and freeze them that way in the chest freezer. And then once they're frozen, I put them all in bags, and that way they're all just loose and I can pull them out as I need them. It makes for lots of fun and lots of good things. But I never did get around to making jam. And I'm just trying to think of what this is behind her here. I think it's part of her dress. Appears to be in shade. So I'm just gonna put that there for now, because that's her dress over here. And that's the edge of the table. Ooh, I tell you, yesterday it felt like that here, Chris. Today, though, it's the wind's picking up. The sky is clouded over. It definitely wasn't as hot to be playing around in the raspberry bush, that's for sure. I forgot to put some purple on these babies back here. These are imagine that's the holes, the eyelet holes in her dress, the same as this, the little bit of lace eyelet on the tray here. I have some jelly beans to paint also. He should be a purple one, as should he. Just a little stronger color there. There's one there, but I'll leave that. I'll make that one purple too. You haven't looked at your Gugeli books? I know you've been really busy. You're doing your vlog. I'm trying to catch up with you. My goal is to do one live per week now. And I want to try and keep that up. We'll see. Now that it's getting to be summertime and nice outside, maybe you'll have to come outside and I'll have to do some lives from out in the yard. You know, would that be nice? Show you around my garden. It gets really cold in the winter and really hot in the summer, and when the days get long, and I tell you, the days get quite long, the garden grows like it's almost like you could sit and watch it grow. It gets so big so fast. So anyways, I haven't truly planted anything. Right now it's just cleaning up the garden, getting ready for the plantings, and there it is. And yeah, getting it ready to do that. Usually May long weekend, which is Victoria Day in Canada. And we are a member of the Commonwealth. So Victoria is Queen Victoria from long, long ago. We would celebrate her birthday. And it is a national day, a holiday. Now I pulled out this color because my buddy over here, I don't know if you can see him, here is kind of this red, and I'm trying to make them kind of go together. So I'm just pulling some of this rust color and using that inner frame over here. I didn't know what color I was going to make her when I was doing him, so I don't see he has any pink, but he has the blue. There's the same green, the olive green. I used that right away, started with her eyes and the bow there. So that's bringing those in. There we go. That's coming along. Yep, Canadian land. Okay, view. I'm still trying to get to my monetization hours. That's why I'm doing the lives at least once a week. I've got my subbies. Thank you very much, all of my subscribers. I'm kind of hovering around 1,040, 1,045. Goes, you know how it is. It goes up and down by one or two, it seems, constantly. And I am grateful for those people that stick with me. You know, I don't know what or if any monetization will do for me, but but we'll see. It's all part of my plan to keep myself busy. Like I say, I've got my little Etsy store, and that keeps me busy, and I enjoy it. And then this is keeping me busy, and I really enjoy coming on here and actually talking to you guys and having fun, whether it's on my channel where I'm talking to you, or if I'm out there in YouTube land talking to you on your channels. Oh, your mini book and your fantasy world book. I have been working on my fantasy world book. I got it. Yes, I was a little disappointed in the foiling, but so far I haven't heard the answer. My son ordered it for me, so when I showed it to him, I said, report it, and let's see what happens. We'll see. In the end, it doesn't really matter because I can still color away as much as I want. It just is a shame sometimes. It just takes away the excitement of holding that beautiful new book in your hand, eh? You know what I mean? Okay, I'm not gonna show you my page because I have been working on my page. But yeah, can you see the foiling there just along the top? All of that. Really bad. It was loose. The corner there. The corner there. And like even this corner feels like it's been bent. So. Just was wondering if I had made the book go funny. Anyways, that is kind of a shame. Maybe she just shouldn't foil like the very ends of it, because the rest of it seems fine. It's just this part. Anyways, if they did a good wrap job, it probably wouldn't make much of a difference. I've been working on my assigned page on this one, which, if you guys don't know, is the fairy in the lantern. And just move that over there. I'm just moving books. This is the Fairy Tales and Folklore. This is the one that Color by Adri's got going on for the month. And I just finished finish that one in her little group that's doing this Fairy Tales and Folklore. I think that group is full now because she was only wanting to have 30 people in it. But it becomes a little hard to manage when you have a lot of people. Oh, and then talking about having a lot of people to manage, I can't imagine Joe at Piggy Pens trying to handle 100 and some odd people for all the different pages of those books. And she's doing it twice. So, oh, that's a good idea to paint it and revarnish it. Like I say, I'm not too worried about what it looks on the outside. In the end, maybe I'll do something lighter like that, or even put a completely different cover on it. Who knows? But anyways, I love that you're all here, and I hope that you all like the Gugeli books. And I'm going to continue to keep on painting. And where was I? That's what happens. I get talking too much. Oh yes, I'm working on the frames. I get talking too much and I forget where I am. So, I think I'm going to put a little bit of this dark blue in that brown at the moment. Just make it a little darker and put it on another frame. Just to kind of keep this going a bit. There we go. Completely different color. Which is kind of what I was going for. Now this one and this one, and maybe even this one, I was thinking could possibly be like gold frames. I should paint those flowers though before I do much of anything else. They're going to be like little tiger lilies. Like tiger cats, hey? That's a little too much water there. There we go. And then give it a little green, and I got a little bit of green over here in my palette. I think I've explained to you guys before what I do. I tend to put watercolors in my palette, and I'll mix, which you kind of saw here, mix other colors together. That particular bit of watercolor was just a tiny bit of green, was sitting there all dried up. But it'll make a perfect green for the leaves on this, because I don't want them to stand out too much. I want them to be kind of a gray green. There we go. Then I'll take some kind of a base yellow while that dries, and I'll go back up here to these frames because I want to make them kind of gold. And I just need a little bit of this just to start on here. I'll put some pencil work in there that'll make it appear more gold. I don't want to use the Kuretake Gold because that'll take the attention away from the frame of the actual girl. So I'll make those look more golden in the background with my pencils. Keep my eye on chat here. If you want my attention, please put in capitals, because that does help. It really does help when you glance over to see if you guys are talking to me or talking to each other. There. And I think I'll do the same thing on that one there. Bring it just a touch that into there. Make it a slightly different goldy color. There we go. There we go. That's better. Now, what should I do? I think I'm going to just do a little background on that. And he's dark blue. I don't want to do gold. I can do a green. I can do this use some turquoise. I think that'll look good. Oh yes, that's pretty. Kind of plays off the green in her crown here. Yeah, like that. And I'm going to take that same green. I'm going to give him a bow. His tie. Yep. And I'm going to move put that there. Go. And hi, Ivy. Oh, you're such a sweetheart to everybody else. I thought, you deserve a package. It's some things that I have had that I like to use, and I thought, well, maybe you'd like to play with them. So there you go. That's all I'm going to say. Otherwise, I'm going to give it all away, and I don't want to do that. I want to see you be surprised. So I'm going to leave that for a bit because it's a little wet, and I'm going to take this gold. I'm just going to put that over there, and I'm going to take this lovely gold that I've got here, and because her crown is full of pearls and a little bit of gold, I am going to use this gold on her crown. Just want to add a little bit of water to it right now. Hi, Lori. How are you? There you go. I'm just really happy to make people happy. How's that? I think it's fun. So this little bit of the ball, I think is going to be gold. And his stand, this little birdie stand, on either side of his feet, right there. That looks good. And just underneath those pearls, the kind of thing like you see the king, and I don't know, maybe you don't see the king, but he holds it's like a big ball with a cross on the top, which is what this makes me think this looks like on top of her crown. And I'm just going to take some of that gold. It's on my brush. Yes. Holding my breath, making very small strokes to kind of fill that in just a bit more. Might have to add some of the other one. You think so, Chris? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I just kind of use color combos that I think feel right. And I don't know how to explain. And I guess that's all I can say. But I appreciate everything that you guys say. Did I bring up? Oh, I did. Yeah. Here. Let me unzip. I want to show you something I was very proud of. I did this in my Tuesday watercolor class. And this was she gave us a black and white photograph, and this is now all, so we were supposed to just do the tones, so I used the blue, and I really like how this turned out. I'm very proud of this one with the different depths and shades. Not as proud of some of the other things that I did, but this one is a lot of fun. Oh, that blue is vibrant on that page, on the screen. So I've been enjoying doing that. We did a drawing one this last week. So there's my apples drawing from life. I'm not as happy with the shape of my bowl. I think what happens is when I have the paper like this and I'm looking at something that's like that, I don't quite get the shapes right. So anyways, that's my my classes that I've been working on. Sorry, just dropped a piece of paper down here. I need to pick up. So nice that everybody's here. Please give me a thumbs up. I do appreciate it when you do. And it really just helps me with the algorithm also. So let's see if I can get more of this gold done and figure out where all the bits of this crown is. That looks like a pearl. That looks like the background. And that looks like the background. Hold my breath while I try and do some straight lines in a very small space. There we go. And then she's got the velvet underneath. I can see pearls there, pearls there. Ah, the kitty cat. I wanted to do a little bit of gold on him, because he's like a little charm. So I'm going to make him gold here. And I try and miss the actual line work when I do this, so that you can kind of see his face. I'm not painting over the lines. There, that's good. Not her lollipop stick. Gold fork? Maybe. No. Yes. No. I'll make that just a regular fork. But I do have to do the gold on the frame here. here. So let me just add a little more water to my gold paint. Can you see the just moving there? The specks, the bits of mineral in that just moving around, making a nice little creamy soup. So let's get some of this done. I'll be putting some pencil crayons on these afterwards. On this page. So I think I'll save that, the pencil work, till I come back and see you guys next week. And I can show you the pencil work and how I did something similar in here. But I'm going to finish painting the outlines and do her pearls while I'm on here today. I probably should do her lollipop stick too, but I think other than that, maybe a bit on the frame and that, I will have most of the watercolor work done on this page. Do not put your brush in your lemonade. This is beautiful paint. It really does go on quite smoothly. And it gives a beautiful finish, hey? You can see this one. Very gold. Brittany, hi Brittany, nice to see you. I hope you like, I like a little bit of chat and some watercolor play. This is the coloring book, Colorful Time. Colorful Time? Yes. Almost thought I had the wrong book. Colorful Time by Gugeli, who is I believe we figured out it was a Chinese artist. And we're kind of working on through this and the other book, because a lot of people do find it a little intimidating, because this person is just fantastic artist. But the paper is so gorgeous, so much fun to actually paint on, that I'm trying to get some done. Oh, it's a gorgeous book, isn't it, Ivy? Have you tried doing anything in it yet? Tested any of your pencil crayons or watercolors? I think that the paper actually will take a lot, because I have done, well, when I did that dragon page, that I flooded that one completely with water to get the background done after I'd masked off the dragon. So the book does accept masking fluid. Sorry, I'm drifting off here, just trying to get this curlicue. There we go. So, you know, I can't recommend this book enough. I'm totally enjoying it. And I hope you guys too. If you have your own copies, are enjoying it, and if you're vicariously enjoying it by coming and watching me, that's okay too. We have a few people who like to paint in these books. I do have an Instagram group. It's called Gugeli Coloring Page Pals. So if you want to go over and look over there, I'm pretty sure I made it public that people can go and look and see some of the pictures. I think I haven't looked today. I have to admit that most of them are my pictures that I'm trying to keep them there. I know View's got a few to post, and so does Chris. So please do post there, and let's get a little library of Gugeli pages together. Because you never know when someone's going to be looking for that coloring book. I know I've got some older ones that I go back and I look at some pretty old videos of people working in them. Like my, what is it? The Lizzie Mary Cullen. The Magical Journey. I have hers. That's a lot of fun. And I have The Night Voyage by Daria Song. Those are older books now. Don't see a lot of people working in them. When was this book put out? 2022. So, even this one's been out for a while. Can't forget to give our old books the love they deserve. We got them for a reason. And there's no point in holding on to it. You might as well paint in it. You might as well color in it. That's what gives you joy. If what gives you joy is just looking through it and actually having it, I do not blame you at all for that either. But I do encourage you to try and get out there and do some of your stuff. Oh yes, I've seen Magical City. I haven't seen it around, but I have seen it like people working on it, and very, her artwork is very distinctive. And I find them a lot of fun to work in too, because you can really do some different things with her kind of skewed viewpoint, let's put it that way, that she has on skewed perspective, I should say, that she has on a lot of her pictures, but they are a lot of fun. And that's another book that I like to play with and have like the characters look the same. Well, thank you, Ambient. Oh, you haven't finished a page in Magical City. Okay. Again, you gotta kind of look at it a little bit and work at it. So, let me see. Oh yes, I need to get these little sweeties done. And then I was going to set that aside. And actually, I was thinking about doing some watercolor also in the Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Lidhall Oberg. So just catching up on a few things while the paint in here dries. Oh, I almost forgot. I got pearls to do too. Okay, I want to make some of these candies look very gemmy. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the ready one, the one that's more red, and just put on this little bit of a peppermint. Not too much. There. The only thing about when you put the gemmy tones on, like the gold and that, you don't really get to color on them. Pencils don't go very well on them, but you can use other things, which when we get to that, we'll work on it tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. That's what I meant. And I'm gonna take this little bit of purple, kind of like her, which is what her lollipop was done. I'm not using a lot of these paints, so I tend to kind of mix right in this tray that they have. There we go. I want to make this candy wrapper purple. That stripe there. An odd number of stripes, so the other half of that candy's a different color altogether. That's fine. I'm going to leave that for pencil work. Pearls. So, just going to clean that little blue one off just a touch, because I saw some yellow in there and I don't want it to be gold. And I'm going to give this girl some blue and pink pearls. I'm just putting water in it to kind of get the paint a little loose. It'll all dry up. Not worried about that. Clean that up a bit. Put some in the pink, so it'll be ready. You can kind of see some of the. Can you see the paint actually moving under the brush? There we go. So I know I've got some pink. Might as well make some pink pearls. I'm just going to make little drops. Kind of like what you would with stickles, I guess. If I have to, after I add my pencil work, I will come back and add more paint to the pearls if it doesn't appear to come out enough. Oh, I like that. I don't know, can you see? Yeah, they do look brighter. I don't know if you can really tell. Let's that goes around, up, down, that way. Let's do this one then. Trying to figure out where all the ropes of pearls are. I'll be using my black pit pens too to finish her eyes. Get those eyelashes in perfectly. Flick those eyelashes down. So I hope you can see Yeah, I understand about laundry day. I get that. That's just the way it is. I have some going, and they will wait until I'm done. Pink pearls are gorgeous. There is such a thing as pink pearls, by the way. You can get pearls in a lot of different hues, and this doesn't mean that they're dyed either. Oh, I like how that's turning out. Hello, Lucy. Hi, Carrie. Am I catching everybody? Lucy, Carrie, you. Glad you all are doing something, if not creative, well, at least getting some stuff done while you're watching me. Or listening to me babble is more like it. So, but I am liking how these pearls are turning out. And yeah, I'll have to wait and make sure all of the paint is dry before I start putting any pencil on here. Otherwise, I'll be sure to smudge it. You know? That's a nice rope of pearls. She's got that one. I think this one's going to be the blue. And she's going to have a mixture of pink and blue pearls in her crown. Yes, a mixture of pink and blue pearls in her crown. Maybe not. See, I said I was going to do it, and then I changed in my mind. I think I'm going to do the blue pearls before I get into her crown. The other rope. I'd already put some water in my opal blue here. Bit of paint. Dot. And I'm seeing blue pearls. So yeah, you can make it look pretty pearly even without stickles. I don't have any of those, so I need to use my brush and a bit of a steady hand. Not too much. That blue is looking nice against that olive green, matching those there. Do, do, do. Okay. Pick a page, so much glitter. What are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? Yeah. Okay. Your boyfriend? Okay, I'm just trying to catch up, so he'll bake me a cake. Ah! He'll do the dishes for you too? How nice, Lucy. You know how to do it. Yeah, and yes, never have no dishwasher. That's for sure. I've gone through that and like no. Just one less thing you have to do. We still have to wash our clothes, load and unload them. So, we all have enough to do. I'm all for making life easier. Oh yes, I'm liking how those are turning out. Can you see the pearlies? I think so. I think so. See a little bit of the reflection still up in here. Yeah, it's coming out. I think the blue's going to go up in her hair a bit too. I'm going to put these ones blue, that one pink, I think. That one pink, I think. Just one more strand of pink. And I'm thinking that I am not going to do blue and pink in her crown, but I'm just going to do just a really nice I might do a nice white one. We'll see. My paint's a little thick here. Just want to get it a little not quite as gloopy as it was. There, it's coming off the brush now. And as I've said before, I'm not a trained artist. I'm only showing you how I do things. I have learned a number of things in my years, but by no means am I an authority on how or what people should do things. I think if you like it, it's good. So I'm going to add the pink down here. Oh, I like how that crosses almost, because it really shows the difference between the blue and the pink. At least from where I'm looking at, I can see it. Might be a little more difficult for you guys to see at the moment. But that's coming along. Like it. Oh, a 5-year whip. That is a very long whip. And glad that you two will finally be conquering that. Well, you know, house chores will you know, if you get up and do them, it is good for you. You just got to get up and do them. I know that some of my elderly relatives and friends, I've noticed, you know, as they get a little older, they maybe don't pay as much attention to it. And that could be a lot of different things. Why that would happen. I'm just going to give these just a little bit of a opalescent goldy touch here coming off her crown. I think it's there. It'll show up when I put some white on there too. Because I'm going to highlight those with little white accents. Just wanted those crown pearls to look a little different than the one she's swinging around her neck like a lariat. And then once I get these done, I think those there too. Because I want to cut out a lot of wet stuff on here. Yeah, I think that's right there. That one, that one, that one, that one. There we go. Just give them a little bit of shine. All right. I'm going to set this aside, and I like how it's working. And next week I'll come back and we will do some pencil work on here, but I like how the pink and blue pearls are showing up on her dress. Oh, I have some flowers here I should deal with before I go. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yes, I love these pictures. I love this artwork. Yes, I wanted to do those. There they are. Just come back with this, and I've got these little flowers up here that I think I'm going to take some of this purple, because I've used it. I'm just going to kind of accent the tips of those for now. Get them a little color. And then just for the inside, there we go. I think that is where we're going to leave that picture. I still have time, so I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to pull over this one. And this is the Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Lidhall Oberg. And I mentioned before I'm in a coloring group for this book. And this is the page that we've been assigned to do for the month of May. And I have to decide what I'm going to do with this. I had done, let me see, like this background here. I like the way that turned out. And that was my Neocolors. Nope, this was my Inktense, this background. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down my Inktense and start blocking in the background of this lady. I haven't decided what she's going to look like or the flowers, but weeks to finish a page. No, I'll never finish all my coloring books. I'd rather finish my coloring books. This is a nice book too, and like I said, these were Spear Farbens. Used my Inktense in here with some Prismas, and then some acrylic pens from my Guangna, using more Shapiro Farbens on there, just testing combinations. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to give her a very sunny background. I'm into oranges and pinks and oranges and pinks and reds and that for, I think, right now. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to pull out these are the Inktense in here. The fuchsia, some poppy red, some tangerine, cadmium orange. Put these all to one side. That's my another poppy red. I had a large set and then a small set. That's the hot red. I need more yellows. Yep. Sicilian. I don't really want to do lemon yellows, but I'll do a sun yellow. That's just a regular watercolor. That's another sun yellow. Jerry. And mauve. It's hard to tell the purples when they're in here. Sorry, didn't mean to smack it down like that. Thistle, there we go. So let's get out this mix of pencils for now. And I'll just set this to the side. Because I've kind of pulled out the colors I want to use. Oh, And I'm going to start laying some layers down. Now, I think I want it to go dark to light this way. That way I can put in, yeah, we're going to do dark to light. So we're going to do mauve and thistle. Fuchsia along the bottom. The fuchsia is going to be more pink. Yeah, so we're going to do, first of all, the mauve in all the cracks, in all the hidey-didey places. And my pencil tip isn't quite as sharp as I would like it to be. So, and then Inktense don't work very well in regular pencil sharpeners, or at least the usual size. I use the jumbo in my, what is this, the Staedtler Faber-Castell pencil sharpener. Just emptying out. There we go. Some of the shavings. I have an electric pencil sharpener. They don't, Inktense don't fit in there, which is why I got that. So I want to do, this is background, that's flowers. I could do that part as background up to there. So we're going to do here, start here with my darker colors. Now, you can take the color directly off of the pencil, or you can use the pencil and then wet it to get the color. And that's what I intend to do right now, is lay down some pencils and try and whoosh the colors together while they're wet. And I'm painting them. Except for these small areas, I'm just going to be doing is the darker background, so that the leaves and the flowers will pop. I may even add some indigo in here yet. but we'll see how the layers go. Okay, do this. Do this. Do a little bit in here. And then we'll start doing some mixing. Before I do that, keep your money moving. Yes, masters in my budget. Yeah, yep. You finish your pages by oh, okay. I don't have any Hannah's. And I've only just got Emily's. So, and I've had a fair amount of Kirby's for a while, though I fell in love with him and then I kind of fell out of love with him for a while. So anyways, I'm just going to activate this little bit of Inktense down here. Because you can activate it, and then once it's dry, it shouldn't move again. So that's what I want for these areas right here. No matter what I put on top, I want this particular color to stay where it is and not necessarily move around. It will influence the things beside it, but it won't move it around. I almost need a new water brush. I think I'm going to take my little brush here and use it instead. Yes. Yes, you know, there are a number of coloring books that I'd love to have, but just really, how many books do I need? How many books am I ever going to finish? And I have quite a few now that I really would love to finish. And then I still get a new one. So, you know, what can you say? Okay, I'm going to leave that bit to dry. I'm going to move over here. Find. That's leaf. That's leaf. And I'm kind of moving from here to here because I'm right-handed and I don't want to put my arm, like I usually do, right in the wet paint. Do. So the purples and the greens are going to look great in here. And it doesn't really matter what she is or isn't wearing. The purples are the dark. In here, yeah. I'm out of frame. Put it back up here for you. It's just at the very bottom edge. This is a fun book, I have to say. There's lots of pictures in it that I'd like to do. And I am going to catch up on the ones, I hope, I'm going to catch up on the ones that Color by Adri's group have finished. Because their goal is to finish the book, and I'd love to do that too. I think I find a lot of the books that I buy now are books that I want to finish. There's some that I used to buy, and there was like a couple of things in them that I liked, but maybe not everything. I never had the goal in mind that I wanted to finish everything. Oh, my arm really hurts, not because of the raspberries, but because I have to. I was cutting the canes. I do have, like, I have a short set of loppers, but I got a long set of loppers too, and I was using those ones, and I think I overdid it on this arm. Oh my goodness. Your sister's books? Your sister has some coloring books. If I missed something here? Cozy Kittens. I'll have to. What? Okay, Chris. What's her name? Because I'm gonna have to look it up after I get off. Right? I can't exactly check it out right now, but I will. Kitties are fun, and I love to see what other artists do. And getting back to yes, and then. Oh, okay. Good. I will check that out, Chris. I haven't seen your video yet this morning. I know I put a comment on it, but oh no, that was last week. I don't think I've seen your video yet today. Oh, I have been busy. Like I said, I went out to the raspberries trying to get that done because it's always better to get things done in the morning. In the morning. Before it gets too hot. I'm just trying to put a little piece of paper right under this. So I can pull that Inktense to the edge. PG's creation. Okay, I'm gonna check her out. I love the fact that your sister is as an artist. I know you're a teacher, Chris. You do lots of very artsy things. But yeah, if anybody's got a business or something they want to promote, speak up. Speak up. I'll check it out, that's for sure. That's a leaf. Do do do. With the editing of our images. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Well, definitely. I will be checking her out. I'll probably have my son order because if she's on Amazon, he's got the Prime account. There's no point both of us having the Prime account just so you can get free shipping. So I usually get him to order stuff for me if I want it. I'm just going to pull a little bit of that purple out, because that will stain the, you can see over here where the purple, the ink from the Inktense will stain the paper. Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start. Then, okay, I had thistle. That was the mauve. Thistle's next. She's pretty dry. I'm just going to layer this one on top like this. It's really, it is taking the water quite well, that's for sure. I'm not flooding it because the paper itself doesn't seem to absorb the water. Not like watercolor paper absorbs it. It's got a fairly smooth surface, but it is keeping its shape and not warping too badly yet. Get some of these bigger areas done. And I'm being quiet again. That's me thinking about what I'm doing and in my head. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Oh no. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Losing your stuff behind your fridge. Yes. Yeah, I've got one of those grabber tools too. It comes in handy at times. I'm the short person, so it's getting things down. So I have a choice: climb up or grab it somehow. Some things I prefer just to climb up on my kitchen stool, step stool, to those higher parts of my kitchen cupboards. Might end up mixing some pinks in here too. We'll see. There's not a lot of pinks in the Derwent Inktense, mostly because Derwent, it's so intense, the colors, that the muted colors like pink are hard to achieve. You almost have to leave it white and just use really, really watered down colors. But they are lots of fun to blend with. You can blend a couple of colors even while you're putting them down dry. I've done that a couple of times. It creates a little different effect. Just keep doing this. Fell behind your fridge. You can't roll out your fridge because it's screwed down. Oh no! And you know what would hurt me is I have an actual wall separating my fridge from my countertop. So now you've got to try and get in and over your countertop and reach down behind it. Oh my goodness. I can just imagine what you're going to be doing. You're going to be lying on the counter. Hi, Shar. Yes, you did. Add a layer of white Prismacolor or wax paper. Oh, wax pencil, not wax paper. That's a good idea. I'll have to try that on a different page. I'm going forward with this one now. Where's my paintbrush? But I might try that on like if I want to do the flowers more of a pink. That will be a good thing to experiment with. So yeah. So yeah, come summertime, that's one of the things that I like to do outside is experiment with lots of different things you wouldn't want to use in your house. You know, like sprays and I do a lot of painty papers in the summer. Um, I like dyeing papers to to make things with. This year I have an idea. I'm kind of waiting so that I have some uh, flowers that I can press or parts of or some greenery and I'm thinking about I want to make some I'm thinking about making some mobiles. And what I want to do is I want to take the pressed flowers and put them in kind of like a window of some sort. Like a little round, like, not a window, but so that you can see through. And I'm thinking about using like either a wax paper or a rice paper and using maybe floral wire to make the shape and then using those and hanging them on different arms to make a moving mobile. I was always fascinated with the kinetic mobiles. And, oh, I'm trying to remember that guy's name right now, and it's not coming to me. And he did all sorts of very modern looking mobile work. And I've always thought they were some of the prettiest, not necessarily his, but other people's mobiles are so pretty. And I can sit there and just watch them move in the sun and the wind constantly. Thank you, Chris, for that tip. I will definitely be trying it because it would be nice to get some more pastels in this. Back to your and there's a stabilizing. Lie on the counter, just can't reach my shoulder in there, hence the grabber. Yeah, okay. Gotcha now, Ambient. I hope you got it out. I hope you got it out. But this is coming along quite nicely. Purple's one of my favorite colors. I have a purple bedroom actually. Very light, not quite as intense as this, more of a very light, almost sky. Is there such a thing as sky purple? I don't know. Maybe not. I hear someone outside. I don't know if they're cutting the grass. They might be mulching, like getting up some of the old grass now that the snow has really disappeared. So you wouldn't have believed that we had 15 centimeters of snow week before last. That part right there. Yeah. Back on that. There we go. Almost missed that. Don't want to be too dark. All right. That's coming along. I like it. I like it. Okay. You were trying to record some natural to cut some marker sounds in. Oh. Oh, that sounds nice. That really does sound nice, Char. It's funny because I'll get crickets outside my back door in the summer. They sit there. Chirp, 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 chirp. Really gets a bit much at times. Now, do I want to put the cherry red in there? I think I might. It's a little on the red. What I might do... yeah. I will, except I'm going to do it up a bit and then bring it down. Not start right on top of that purple I had. Just... I don't think I'm even going to color it all in. I might just do some around these flowers and around her. And then pull the color with the water. And if I get some over top of these circles, I don't really care, because those will get fixed. I just don't want to get too much on the flowers or her hair. There we go. I think that's going to end there. Put there. Put in there. Do, 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 do. As long as you get started on your art at some point in the day, I just think, you know, doing a little bit of coloring or anything creative actually helps the soul. Be it cooking, you can even, you know, just reorganizing a cupboard sometimes. Just makes you feel like you've accomplished a few things. Which, yeah, that's another thing that I need to get back to doing, is getting this house emptied of years and years of stuff so that I can move should I find that perfect place. I have a great house, don't get me wrong. I love my house where I'm at, but oh, I will catch you later. I'll be watching for you, and I'll be looking up your sister's page. So thank you for stopping by. You have a great time, okay? Yeah, so where was I? I can't remember. Oh, I think I was talking about being creative. Yeah, that creative. Yeah, so, you know, cooking, creating a beautiful meal is really satisfying to some people. I love to cook. Don't get me wrong, I do love to cook. Lately, I've kind of lost. I feel like I'm cooking a lot of the same things over and over and over. Just the two of us, my son and myself. But now that it's getting to be summer, I can get that barbecue raging and see if I can get myself out of this cooking funk. So I hope everybody's doing something that they enjoy while you're sitting, listening, or sitting and watching. Get creative and may your soul be better for it, because I think it does. Just trying to bring that water up a little bit over her head. Hopefully that color will spread a little more. There we go. Someone's out there doing some yard work, that's for sure. I don't know if you can hear it or not, the buzzing hum. There we go. It's kind of what I wanted to do. A little, not too much of an overlap on these colors. There'll be other ones coming along. There, I like that. It's getting this kind of a look to it, which is where I was going. Okay, so that was the... Oh, that was the chili red I had. Then I want to take... There we go. The cherry. That's the cherry. Now, that's the cherry. I'm going to do a little bit. Not too wet. Okay. Spreading it a little more. Might need to actually bring in some orange, I think. I'm just going to mix that up just a touch there. I can feel that paper was a little damp. Put your pencil across it, you can feel them drag. Okay, what's everybody up to? Psychotropic meds amongst diverse cultures, because everything is viewed so differently. All packs. Yes, it does. Felt like there is a little bit of grunge on there. I'll pull this down a little more. Huh. I don't know what's going on with that pencil. Just adding a little bit more of the red in here, and then I'll be adding some orange. Do. Oh, that sounds so nice, ambient. Have that little kitten curled up beside you. My cat had his way. He'd be lying right about here on top of my page of whatever I'm working on. He usually likes to be in the middle of. So that can be a bit distracting at times. Okay, I'm going to bring in some of the poppy red. I'm going to use this one that I have a very long point on. Oops. Just do a little bit more on top of her head there. And I'm swirling it because I don't want necessarily straight lines. Because sometimes the scribbles show up. And then I want to do some orange on top of that. And I'm just giving it a hint, a bit. That's better. That's where I'm going. Then we're going to go with the cadmium orange, which is a little more yellow than the tangerine. I'm going to get my big paintbrush out and we're going to mix all this together. Oh, I can hear the wind out there too. Ooh. Coming along, coming along. Sicilian yellow. Pull the book down so you can see a little better. Just put more of the yellow up in here, up in the corners. Oh no. You have that cat problem too, eh, Lucy? What I usually have is I'll have a coloring book open and he'll come in. He'll come in from outside with dirty feet and then decide he needs to walk all over everything. No. Well, he doesn't usually mind getting smeared with watercolors. But yeah, I don't like his dirty feet on my paper. I have had a couple of pages where it's been paw prints. Now, where's my bigger brush? I had it out. I know I did. That one, that one. Oh, there it is. And I'm just going to use my bigger brush to start blending all these. Oh, now you got a neon pink cat footprint chair. No. Those monsters. And they are, aren't they? So just activating all of this. So that when I come back the next time, I can do some more. On her. Like where this is going. Female cats that, what did your kitty say? It's a girl cat. She lost it. Went bats instead of cats. Bat cat. Stomping in circles on your chair. Oh no. Like just now, Lucy? It happened? Oh no. Time to get the cloth out to get your chair cleaned, eh? I'll just see where some of the color is. I want to spread some of the orange a little more. I think that's looking good. I think it's looking good. How about you guys? Oh, yeah. Well, of course it's not her fault. Is it ever the cat's fault? Like, you know, that's just not the way it is. I have a boy cat that's very demanding. I have a boy cat that if I am not doing what he wants me to do at that very moment, he will come up and actually give me a nip on my leg. Oh, gee. You would never ever let Momo jump on your paint. He doesn't or ever let him nip you in the leg. Mine, he doesn't bite hard. It's more like, I'm here. You forgot something. So I'm sorry, I'm being really squeaky here. I have my feet up on my desk. My cat's um oh my gosh, he's got to be 6 or 7 years old now. He wandered into our yard. I think it was, yeah, 2019. Wandered into our yard in 2019. It was a older kitten, and never left. So he adopted us. Oh, mine does that at night. He'll come up and get on my pillow, almost, and pretty much try and take over my entire pillow while doing some biscuits on it. Sometimes that biscuit also includes my hair. So I used to have a cat a long time ago that I think must have been separated from their mom when they were too young, because that cat would sleep up on my shoulder at night, grab a hold of my earlobe, and just kind of sit there holding my earlobe, and every once in a while I'd feel a like it was trying to suckle. But that's where that cat slept for its life, was up there. That was before I had a husband, so. Okay. Well, I think that I am done with this for today. I don't want to do a little bit anymore because the paper is getting a little saturated, but look, it holds up well to the water. So buckled a little bit, but that does not bother me. That doesn't bother me. Even this one had a lot of water on it. So this might have been Neo 2's, but here I'm using the Inktense, getting a start on what I want to get going for the background, and then I'll decide on some flowers and what's going on with that. So I'm glad you all could join me. And if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, and please share it out to your friends, and please subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, what the heck are you doing here anyway? So please do so. I'm coming on, I hope, on Sunday afternoons, and try and make this a permanent time slot for myself to get myself getting things done. And I'll be putting up some videos every once in a while. I actually do have my April 2026 completed coloring pages should be coming up. If not, probably tomorrow night. If not, then the night after, I'll be doing that. And I'll be trying to catch all of you people on your channels when I see you pop up. I'm pretty sure I'm following everybody that does. Right now, Lucy, it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been on here since 2, and I do have a couple of things to get done. So I will see you here again next week, where for sure, I will be doing some pencil work in the Colorful Time by Gugeli, and if I'll probably show you what I've done in this one, because I'll be working on this on my spare time in the meantime. So you guys take care. We'll see you again soon, and bye now.